loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Kill.
Brees now. And his pass incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Opposite.
They do go for it. It's Brees. And that's caught by Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
54. We go. We're going to 54. Right in. Right there. 54.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, nothing but room to run.
Now Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get him, get him, get him. Show it up, show it up. Here we go, 46. One set. Check. 47. Line 54. I got you. I got you.
Prescott from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I got one.
Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gun. Mike. Here we go, 46. 26.
Now Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch 54. Not here. Tighten up. Here we go. Going to 54. Line 8. Here we go, 47. Hustle. Mike 5-4. 26.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 27.
That's a gain of 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Check the backer. There we go, kill. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. You must be. Go, get out there. 50,
Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Walk 54, walk 54. Hey.
Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action. Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Breeze, airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So Breeze is going to stay out there. And they're going to go for this on 4th down. Now Breeze. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check out. There we go. Kill.
First down, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, kill. 47. Gun. Strip that ball. Go. Get out there. Check, Mike. Under. 54. Coming to you. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. You're trash.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 9, Breeze. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got? What you got, Heavy? We're going to 53. Give me something. Give me that. What we got? Mine's 54. Let's box.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Right there, 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check 15. 47. Check. Crunch. 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 Let's go. Drive on.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Forbath's kick is no good. It's wide left for Forbath, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50. But neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tackles. Watch. We're going to 53. Safe. 22, Jet, cover. 22, Jet, cover. Here we go, 46. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man out. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Going right side, he has Witten. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set the tone, D. We go 47. Let's go. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Switch to A. 54. Mike 50. 26.
Here's Elliott. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
51 to Mike. It's going to be a long... We're going to 54. Wide in. Switch. We're going to 54. Wide in. Oh, try. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 26.
From the 36, Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go, 46. No chance. Check safety. Wait. Keep wide. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide in. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them, you got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Breeze now. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The sack by Robert Quinn. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Running with Kamara. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now Austin. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, 47. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. 26.
Here's Prescott. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Breeze going to throw. And Ginn's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The tackle made by Demario Davis.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go again. Here we go, 46, 46. 56, the mark, boys, 56. Check, 56. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Mike, 56.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Mike, ready? You ready? Mike, 5-4. All day,
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.